The Twin Cities, Minneapolis, is the scene.
I'm just saying, I make this in 2 days.
It is evident.
2K Sports presents Thursday Night of the... All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. Here's Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Great use of the dribble drive by Edwards there, earning himself a trip to the line.
The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And Edwards drops them both.
Already a very confident player, knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander gets the three-pointer to fall.
Incredible range from Gilgeous-Alexander, making a tough shot look easy.
Here's McDaniels driving to the basket and finished off by McDaniel.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
Here's Holmgren. Following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Dort kicks to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target with his 3. McDaniels with the ball. Williams picks him up. Here's Edwards driving inside.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Outside, Dort. For 3, Holmgren. And rebounded by McDaniel.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
Here's Randall, and good that time.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Now here's Williams. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Chalk up 2 there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 5, and the 3 ball is good.
Money in the bank. Gilgeous-Alexander is more than happy to try his luck from that spot.
Randall dishes to Conley. For 3, Edwards. Misses that one. His first miss of the night, 2 for 3.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
Gobert with the block.
So good at finding these swats. Gobert loves reaching out and sending them away.
Edwards can't hit.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Edwards. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for 1 more coming up.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
A nice shot by McDaniel.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
And a brief check of the stats for Williams. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. He's getting around 20 points per, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that 6th sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Wallace comes in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Williams, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
McDaniels finds Edwards. And he drives in, and Edwards slams it in.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Now, Caruso. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Caruso.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. At some point, defensively, you have to take something away.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. .119 left in the first. And that one's good. Wiggins.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Minnesota?
Here's Reid. Williams with the block. Pass to Williams. At the top of the key, Williams. Wallace with a screen for Caruso. Three-pointer. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Randall, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Wallace, following the basket by Julius Randle.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Caruso grabs the miss. Jacks up a three. Reid with the rebound. Alexander Walker passes to DiVincenzo. Drills the three-pointer. And here's Wallace. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Naz Reid out there with Miller. Then there's Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now, here's Reid. 11-point game his last outing. Caruso against DiVincenzo. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You got to be in great condition, but the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic, and things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Edwards got 14 points for the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Oh, here's Edwards. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
His offensive approach tonight has been aggressive, and it's paid off with a lot of trips to the line.
And he clearly has been feeling it when he gets to that line. Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Myers is checked in. Minnesota making a switch. Ingles is checked in. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Williams, he's checked in for Jang. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Wallace. Misses the three. Timberwolves leading by 12. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Reed the pass to Ingles. DiVincenzo with it. 5 to shoot. They get the rebound. Poke loose and taken away by Wallace. And here is Caruso. Here's Wiggins. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go with a three. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
It's first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game.
On the Thunder with some changes. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Dort in for Wallace. Here's Alexander Walker. Up and in on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now, here's Dort. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. And it's Hartenstein in the corner. No good with the triple.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 14. Hartenstein finds Wiggins. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Randle comes in for Joe Ingles. Daniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with the block.
And there's a reason Gobert has led the league in block shots.
Here's Randle. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Hartenstein. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
And we've seen Randall up his aggressiveness lately, accepting more responsibility and taking more initiative.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Edwards. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Williams. He has yet to score. Holmgren kicks to Dort. Here's the three. Wallace misses. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against Minnesota. Back to DiVincenzo. Here's Randall. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Holmgren. To the middle. Back to Dort. Wallace looking for an opening. The three. Good on the triple. Wallace has got 5 now. Here's Conley. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 6 assists in the game. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
These are return coaches of the court. And get ready for the big half-court shot. Jump ball.
Ernie Johnson. And taking a look at Oklahoma City, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat.
And turning our attention back to that first half of action, guys, Anthony Edwards was in complete control.
The Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, coming up big, making his presence felt in the first half, man.
More bounce to the ounce. He can get airborne and make highlights with the best of them.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward.
Edwards is so physically developed already. Just brushes off the contact there. Really strong drive by Edwards.
Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Outside, Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Conley. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Dort.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
McDaniels against Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. The Thunder have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Now here's Randall. 12 points for him. Can't cash in from close range.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Holmgren. Still without a basket. Randall surveying the D. Edwards passes to McDaniels. Randall outside. Another miss by Minnesota. Thunder trailing by 12. Over in the corner, Dort. Pass to Holmgren. McDaniels against Williams. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
It's stolen by Hartenstein. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Alex Caruso is checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Edwards. Nice defense from Dort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. First in free throw percentage, and they're also first in the league in fewest turnovers. Extremely smart group of guys in terms of how they execute and really take care of the ball.
And at the top of the league in steals, their defense has gotten everyone's attention this season. You know, Greg, it's amazing how much energy they put into their D.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Williams with a clean look. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. Oh, here's Edwards. He's got 23. Outside, Dort. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And now a moment to see the stats for Carmelo. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up 6 points a night, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contribution.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Minnesota with the rebound. Alexander Walker on the wing. Defended by Caruso. Here's Edwards. Strong move inside by Edwards.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Williams finds Dort. Here's Hartenstein. Buries it from 3-point range. Hartenstein's got 7 points.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And, you know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. After the basket by Minnesota, Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Here's Edwards. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim.
The D had better start buckling down.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Pass to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with the block. Deflects the pass. Here's Edwards. Edwards with a tough shot.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting the rock every time.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Fires away from outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Miller is out there with Reed. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Clark in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. After Anthony Edwards missed from long range. 11 feet away. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. That's 7 points for Wallace. Timberwolves leading by 8. Reed finds DiVincenzo. Yep, that one goes.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here's Caruso. Lets the three fly. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Reeves got 6 rebounds in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Einod's checked in.
A superstar level talent for sure. Anthony Edwards is awesome, but I like his competitive spirit as much as his skills.
Williams passes to Wallace. Launches it, and he's good on the 3-ball. Wallace has got 5 points now this quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Now here's Edwards. Takes the 3. Edwards with confidence.
Didn't take Edwards long to get those 3 points back, right back at you.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. The kick out to Williams. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to DiVincenzo. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Edwards. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
You talk about taking flight. That's exactly what he did there, and he made it look easy.
Now here's Reed. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 10-point game. Now here's Wallace. The shot. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got rebound number 8 now on the night. DiVincenzo finds Clark. Timberwolves passing it around. Reed gets the bucket.
Off-ball preparation paying off for Reed. He was just waiting for that pass.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured. wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Jalen Williams is checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Cason Wallace. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Daigneault talking to his team during the break. Now, he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Williams.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
McDaniels with the ball. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Edwards looking it over. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with the block. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Edwards. Tries a three off the inbound. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the drive. Nails the baby hook. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 24 points.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Timberwolves.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
And the first one drops. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Knocks down the three ball. 27 points for him.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
And they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate a dominant performance in what's going to be a blowout win.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Here is Williams. Screen by Hartenstein. Clock at 6. Williams kicks to Holmgren. Launches a three. Hartenstein can't get it to go. Minnesota with the ball. Conley the pass to Gobert. Gobert double team. Here's Edwards. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Edwards got 46 points.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.